Hello everyone, my name is Rahul Nirmal. In today's video, I'm going to narrate a PowerPoint presentation I've created that will help to explain the 5G branding that the mobile networks use in the US. As I'll explain in the first slide, there are three very distinct types of 5G, low, mid, and high band. And what can make things confusing is that each of the three current wireless carriers may use a different name for each one of these. Another thing that's confusing to many users is that one particular mobile carrier has actually decided to rebrand their later, more evolved 4G LTE network as 5G. They had started doing this in 2019, and it's caused a lot of confusion for their customers ever since. So hopefully in this video and the presentation, I'll help to explain all of the differences in the 5G that currently exist and their branding, as well as that carrier's fake 5G, as well as discussing some other relevant information to this topic. So without further ado, let's get started. Hello everyone, and welcome to my PowerPoint presentation. What many people may not know is that there are actually three types of 5G networks in use across the US today. The first type is called low band, and this offers only small speed improvements over current 4G LTE networks, but has the best coverage over the other two types. This type you would most likely see in rural areas or also in places such as in a basement or high atop an office building. The other type is called high band, and this offers the fastest speeds by far, reaching into the gigabits for download, but also the worst coverage by far. For instance, you could easily lose signal simply by walking down one city block, or even when it's raining outside, each tiny raindrop could disrupt the signal. This type of 5G is best used for small areas with dense crowds, such as airports and football stadiums. And then the last type is called mid-band, and this is a compromise over the other two, in which it offers faster speeds than low band, but better coverage than high band. This second slide is the meat and potatoes of the presentation and also of the video. This chart shows all of the brand names that the carriers use for their types of 5G service. You might be wondering why in this chart, in the first row, I've included LTE Advanced, which is a 4G, not 5G technology. The reason I've done so is because AT&T brands this as 5GE or 5G Evolution, and I'll be covering this more in the next slide. Meanwhile, Verizon Wireless simply calls it LTE Advanced, and T-Mobile doesn't have a brand name for it. When it comes to high band 5G, also known in the industry as millimeter wave, AT&T brands it as 5G+, Verizon brands it as Ultra-wideband, and sometimes uses the initials UWB or UW, and T-Mobile brands it as Ultra Capacity 5G. When it comes to mid-band 5G, AT&T simply calls it 5G. Verizon, as of July 2021, does not have a mid-band 5G network, although they are working on it. And unlike T-Mobile, they will be building it on C-band spectrum. And this network will launch at the earliest in late 2021. And then T-Mobile, they use the branding Ultra Capacity 5G for both high-band and mid-band 5G. And finally, with low-band 5G, as with mid-band, AT&T simply refers to it as 5G. Verizon calls it their nationwide 5G network, and T-Mobile labels it as extended range 5G. This slide will discuss AT&T's 5GE or 5G Evolution network. Keep in mind that 5G Evolution is not a 5G network. It is simply AT&T's rebranding of a more advanced 4G LTE network. 4G LTE has been around for over 10 years now, and over the years, it has made many improvements in speed and coverage. And so, AT&T has decided to rebrand their more advanced LTE networks as this 5GE, which has caused a lot of confusion for their customers. So keep in mind that if your AT&T branded device previously displayed 4G or LTE on your status bar, and then after a software update, it now displays 5GE, nothing really happened. Your phone has not connected to a new network and is not 5G capable. So in the end, 5GE is the exact same thing as LTE Plus, also known as LTE Advanced. 5GE is simply AT&T's brand name for it, and only they use this branding. Unlike in many countries around the world, most American smartphone users purchase their device directly from their wireless carrier on a subsidy or an installment plan. Almost all of the devices sold by these American carriers are also branded by them, especially when it comes to the software, where they will make some small modifications, unlike a factory unlocked device. Most of these carrier-branded smartphones are also locked to only work on that particular wireless carrier. However, they can often be unlocked to work on other carriers once the smartphone contract has ended or the device has been paid off in full. And so many smartphone customers will later use their device on a competing network. Let's suppose I sign up for Verizon wireless service and purchase a branded smartphone from them. After some time, I've paid off the phone in full and have decided to leave Verizon and go to T-Mobile. And with their phone, I will connect to T-Mobile's high-band 5G network. But on the top of the status bar, it will still display a 5G UW or UWB icon, even though only Verizon uses this branding. The reason for this is because the phone still has Verizon's own software on it with their little tweaks and branding, unlike a factory unlocked smartphone. Another example is if I'm using an unlocked AT&T 4G LTE phone and I connect it to T-Mobile's 4G LTE Advanced network. The status bar will still display 5GE or 5G Evolution when only AT&T uses this branding. As mentioned earlier, this is not a 5G network. Keep in mind that things can get confusing when using a T-Mobile branded device, especially regarding the status bar network indicator. On T-Mobile devices, they use a generic 5G indicator, no matter what type of 5G you are connected to, low, mid, or high band. To find out which type you're really connected to, you would have to download a third-party app or go into your phone's diagnostics menu. Additionally, as of July 2021, their 5G coverage map on their website also does not differentiate between which type of 5G is available where. Their map does not tell you exactly where low, mid, and high band 5G are available. The last thing I'd like to discuss in this video is the difference between Verizon and Apple's ultra-wideband technologies. Keep in mind that both of these things are completely different. Verizon's ultra-wideband is simply their own unique marketing term for high-band 5G, which is also called millimeter wave. Apple's ultra-wideband was first used in the iPhone 11, which launched in September 2019. Basically, this is a much more accurate GPS used to find small items such as car keys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you like the content, please hit the like button down below to like this video, and also hit the subscribe button down below to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you'll be kept abreast of all content I'll be creating in the near future. Again, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.